fuck processed foods, fuck the lobbyists who would rather make money for their companies than make products that are actually healthy. I can't believe that you can fight to have something that's so blatantly harmful to people, fight for that to be not only legal but subsidized or hidden from the knowledge of the public. It baffles me and it makes me so mad. If you're someone who's struggling with what you're eating and you're sick of eating fast food and you're sick of calorie restriction, you're sick of this diet culture, this crash diet, this 2 weeks to skinny plan, fuck that shit. You don't need any diet pills. You don't need to eat half as many calories. All you need to do is fill yourself with real natural foods that have actual nutrients and don't have crazy ingredients that you can't pronounce. I know that's a cliche, but honestly, once you start looking at ingredients and paying attention to what you're eating, you realize half of that isn't even supposed to be edible. Hey noobs, welcome to another episode of Vlogmas. Today, right now, I'm watching the documentary Fed Up on Netflix, and it's about the obesity epidemic in America, especially childhood obesity. From my earliest memories, I remember eating fast food so much. Partly about convenience for my parents. You know, we never really got into the tradition of cooking home-cooked meals for dinner, so we ate a lot of fast food. I loved it, and I loved Wendy's, and I loved McDonald's, and I loved everything. Then it got to the point around late elementary school and middle school, and my favorite thing was Taco Bell. Any time my parents would give me money, I would just go straight to Taco Bell and eat as much as I could. Around 6th grade, I had such a big appetite. I was probably overeating and stretching out my stomach, even though I wasn't fat at all. I was probably literally the same body. I've looked like this since 6th grade. And I don't think I was ever really fat in my childhood, except maybe a little chubbiness at one point, but I always had, I guess, a fast enough metabolism to fight all the fat that I was eating. But I was obsessed, addicted to Taco Bell and fast food. Every day after school, I would beg my mom to take me to Taco Bell or something, and I would cry if she wouldn't take me. I never learned to cook for myself, really. I only liked to make things at home that you could put in the microwave, and I didn't eat fruits or vegetables very often. I would probably go days without eating them. And honestly, that lifestyle did not bother me until late in high school when, you know, I had my own money and I could buy whatever food I wanted whenever I wanted. But then I really started noticing, you know, all of my cravings, and I felt bad about myself because I would do things like order a pizza, eat the entire thing, and like pass out right after and wake up hungry again. And I really loved that feeling of just being like overly full and just wanting to take a nap. And I definitely ate food, you know, as comfort food. If you had asked me like what I thought of vegans, I would just be like, they're just crazy. But here's the thing, I always had kind of a hateful relationship with food because I did not like eating the way that I did. At one point, eating so bad was part of my pride. Like, I was like, I can eat whatever I want and I can eat really bad and it doesn't affect me. Look, I look the same, whatever. But, you know, after eating things, it would always make me feel worse, and I didn't like that, but it was worth it for, you know, the 10 minutes of me just, you know, scarfing whatever I wanted. I've never had any kind of eating disorder, but I got to a point where I was finally, you know, really grossed out by my own cravings and my own habits, and I was sick of wanting fast food all the time, but I didn't know how to cook, and I was busy, and I was pretty cheap. I just wanted to eat whatever I could. And that's probably why I didn't go vegan for a long time, because I was learning about it, but I just thought it was impossible for me. I was like, what am I gonna eat? What am I gonna eat? I'm not gonna be able to go to a drive-thru and eat something really quickly. Yeah, my body was definitely addicted to all the fat and the salt and just the chemicals and everything that's in processed food, junk food, fast food. I loved it. And even like if I ordered a burger, I wouldn't even want like tomato or onion or anything on it. It was like ketchup only, cheese, maybe lettuce. But I hated most vegetables and things. And the transition to being vegan and where I am now, even though it still is a struggle and I still crave some things, I'm glad that, you know, vegan fast food isn't really accessible and it doesn't really exist, because being vegan holds me back from those same like bingey type moods that I would be in. I can't just go and run out to the nearest fast food place and get whatever I want because it's just not a vegan, gluten-free option. So that makes me, you know, forced to eat something else, which is usually a much healthier option. I just want to say, this is such a long, the whole topic is just so much. It hurts me now to see, you know, a family feeding their children McDonald's, because that was me. I was eating that and I loved it as a kid. You love junk food. I don't want those kids to have to grow up and deal with the health consequences that come from eating that way, and I don't want them to get this obsession with eating fast food. Fast food? Not even real food, not nutritious food, just whatever's fast and filling and satisfying. That's what it's about. Just the standard American diet is so disgusting, clearly disgusting, and I can't believe that that's the standard now, that's acceptable, and it's horrible and it's harmful and it's killing our people. Literally just overeating, getting fat from eating things that are not nutritious foods that are good for your body. They're horrible. And then people die from heart disease or any of the other diseases that come from eating that way. So I don't know. As I'm watching this, I'm grateful that I'm vegan, even though I still have a lot of things to do. I mean, I made that video about how I haven't been feeling well, so there are supplements and things that I need to do to adjust my diet, but at least I'm not eating what I used to be eating. So eating a real healthy diet seems so far from where I was that I thought, that's not for me. I can't do that. I didn't grow up eating that way. Alright, rant over. Just note to my past self, look at where you are. You don't just sit around eating fast food all day every day anymore. And it's good. Okay, thanks, bye.